Hey there, this is Patience with notesfrompatience.com, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Arkansas, and I want to show you this fabulous, sweet and spooky kit. It makes 15 of these carton treat boxes, and I say carton because they look like a milk carton. So I'm going to show you, oh, I forgot this little ghost was right there. So cute. I want to show you tips, easy way to put this together. The instructions are right inside here. It's a color brochure, and it shows you where to put your tear and tape and your dimensionals. But it doesn't really have good instructions. It shows you tear and tape here, but it doesn't really have telling you how to fold here. Here's the diagonal. I'm going to show you that. And then I have a tip about the flag on how to secure that to your carton as well. So let's put this aside and bring over the real star of the show, which is this cute house. So let's get started. You're going to fold all your score lines, and there's score lines going horizontal and vertical. So you're going to fold all those score lines. And there's no need to burnish it with a bone folder. You can if you want to. I'm not going to bore you with that. So, now, where do you put your tear and tape? First of all, we're going to want this flap on the inside, so there will be tear and tape here. But let's turn this over like this first, okay? Turn it upside down and absolutely turn it this way first, okay? You're going to want tear and tape in this corner, okay? This top corner next to the flap that's going to be on the inside. So let's put the tear and tape here first. And tear and tape comes with your kit, and this is a non-stamping kit. So it is only $21, and that's US dollars. So, okay, we have our tear and tape here, and this is important because it is the bottom of the box. It will be the last thing that you fold in to make the bottom of the box. Okay, so now we're going to turn it over. Here's your flap. We're going to put tear and tape on that flap. And remember, we want that flap to turn inside, so that's why we want tear and tape right there. So I'm going to put this tear and tape right there. And then I'm going to put tear and tape on these short flaps. And I do that just for a little extra security to make sure the bottom of my box is secure. Okay. So we have 5 pieces of tear and tape. 2 that looks like it's going to be the inside of the box, but it's actually the bottom. And then 3 on the front of your project. So I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to take, well, first of all, let's take this one off. You're going to want to do this one first. Nothing with that one. So we are going to fold this down. And then we're going to take this and fold it over to put our box together. And see how that flap is on the inside? And then we will take the tear and tape off our little flaps, our small, shorter flaps. And we're going to fold those in. And then this, remember, this will be the last one that you will fold in. So we're going to fold this one in on top of that. Then we're going to take our bone folder and make sure that's all mashed around in there. Mash down to get the adhesive to stick to it. Then we'll take our Take Your Pick tool and take the backing off our tear and tape. And this is the bottom of the box. There we go. So like I said, this is like a carton, milk carton. There are score lines right there and right there, and so it automatically will close. And so they've got that scored just perfectly for you. So let's get down to putting our decor on there. Now you have several punch outs, and for this particular design, the instructions say on the front of the house there's a ghost. So we're going to put that little ghost. Here he is. We're going to put him a little punch out. We're going to get some tear and tape. And I don't want him to stick up off the house, because if I'm transporting a bunch of treat boxes, I don't want it to get caught on anything. So that's why I'm going to put him right down on the house. He's not popped up in any way. So there's your ghost at the front door. So then the instructions tell you to pop out the petunia pop and your trick or treat and this cute pumpkin. So we're going to do like the instructions say. And we're going to get our twine. They give you a bolt of black and white twine. We're going to get about, enough to tie a bow. And we're going to punch a hole that's already there. We're just going to punch that little circle out. And then we're going to thread our twine through these. Okay. So we're going to thread our twine through there. We're going to put our tag together now. I'm just going to actually just tie a knot in it first. And then that way I can tie a bow when I'm ready to put it on top of my treat box. So let me tie a knot. Now, if you don't want your tags moving, you can adhere this tag to that one. That's good. I'm fine with it being moving. And I'm going to get a dimensional. You have a package of little dimensionals that come in your kit. I'm going to put that pumpkin right there. And then you have these fabulous stars, iridescent stars. And I'm going to take one of those iridescent stars. I can get it with my Take Your Pick tool and stick it on the tag right there. And another cute element is they have these small paper clips. So I'm going to put thread through the paper clip right quick and hang on to it. I'm going to close my carton, and then I'm going to put the paper clip on the carton to close it, and then I'll tie a bow. So I've got it threaded through there, and I'll just tie a bow, and this is on our little house. And easy peasy, easy to put that together. And you can fill this carton up. I know you saw how deep. It's 3 inches by 2 inches deep. So you got quite a bit that you could put in there. Maybe a little pack of Oreos or something like that would go in there better. But aren't these cute? Oh, it looks like I forgot this element. I sure did. It's right here. So you could punch that out and put that on there. Oh, or we could just, let's just zap it down right here. That'll work. Yep. So always a chance to do something different. So we're just going to do this right here. There we go. Now it looks like the other one. And then we have this cute box, boo box. And then we have this cute one with a flag. Now, let me tell you what I did different with the flag. I think in the instructions it shows to put some tear and tape on it. I could not figure out how to get it to stick in there. So when I put dimensionals on the back of that ghost, I shoved this flag, I pierced it. It's really sharp, little sharp edges there. I pierced this part through the dimensional. So it's sticking in that dimensional. And so let me show you a cute card I made with the same decor. I took the box 3 inches and 4 inches, and there was a perforation, and I just put this tag on top of the perforation. So this just looks like cute designer paper. It's got the iridescent on it, and my little flag. my little flagpole is pierced through one of the dimensionals. And I put a dimensional behind it right there so it stays down. Here is another card I made. And made it with that same DSP from here, or the carton. And then I put that tag on it. Isn't that cute? I couldn't find my pumpkin, so I didn't put the pumpkin there. But I cut out another ghost off of the piece of the carton, and I just popped him up there. Now, if I find the pumpkin when I punched him out, I'll put him on that card. But I want to show you another card that I'm going to make. And this is a piece of bubble bath, and it's 5.5. No. Yes. No. It's 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And then I have a piece of petunia pop that is cut at 4 and 5 1/4. We're going to put it on the front. And then I cut one of these up. And here it is. And I don't know if you could see the score line right there. We're going to cover that score line up. I'm going to put this on the front of the card. Just kind of eyeballing it for the center. All right. And then I'm going to take this orange pumpkin pie piece. And I'm going to put it right there over that score line so you don't see it. Gonna eyeball that kind of in the center. Looks good. And then I'm going to take the coordinating tag that goes with it, and I'm going to poke that hole in the tag. Get some twine off of our bolt of twine that comes in our kit, and I'm going to tie a knot in that. I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot. I'm not going to tie a bow yet until I put it onto the card. It just helps me. Okay, we want dimensionals. So if you don't want to make any treat boxes, you have 15 cards or more with the stuff. I'm sure there are alternatives out there. People make all kinds of stuff. So you can make the cards that go with it. I have sacrificed a couple of the boxes to make these cards. And I know it's July, but this is part of my 31 days of holidays here in July. How about that? Isn't that cute? But we're not done. Gonna get this bat. We're gonna put him on this card as well. I'm gonna take a dimensional. I don't have my mini dimensionals in here, so I'm gonna take my scissors and cut that in half and put the dimensionals on the wings and put the bat on my card. Okay, let's see. Oh, bats are in the sky, so let's put him up there. And then, of course, I want some of these fabulous looking stars on here. And let's see. Let's just put another one right there. And there you go. How about that? Got these 3 cool cards using the tags. And now I didn't put this particular card front on a card, but you can. And this is the Sweet and Spooky kit in the kids collection. It also coordinates with the Spooky Sweet DSP. There's a lot of different things in this DSP that go with it's in a bundle. It goes with a stamp set, but it also coordinates with this kit. It has a bunch of punch outs. Here you can punch out and make all types of cards and tags, and I love this paper. I've already made several things from it. But anyway, that's all I have for today. My name is Patience, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Little Rock, Arkansas. Check out my video if you want some inspiration, or check out my blog if you want some extra inspiration at notesfrompatience.com. Okay, thank you.